We here back on the Unphased podcast. Me
Get it.
and LJ, but this is a different podcast. This person is gonna be our first guest on our virtual podcast, doing it from anywhere. And he's been on here before, but some
Yeah.
things have changed since the
Mm.
last time he's been on. I think like this guy hit like 1 million subscribers
Oh
on
yeah.
YouTube. I think,
I
you know
did
what I
see
mean?
that.
He's with the Tulsa Oilers, back playing professional football again. We got
That's
no
that's fine.
one only than the Eli Mack. We finna talk to you right now.
Hey.
I'm unfazed, I'm unfazed, yeah, I'm unfazed. I'm unfazed, yeah, I'm unfazed. I'm unfazed, yeah, finna stack this paper. I'm unfazed, I'm unfazed, yeah, finna stack this paper. I'm unfazed.
Oh yeah.
You
Yeah.
back, baby. Let's go. Let's get it.
Mr. Eli
Hey
man.
man, we lit. We back, bro. Hey, look, I told y'all,
Come
bro.
on,
Like
man.
when we did the first one, bro, I was like, bro, I don't really do interviews and stuff, man. But y'all are super dope, bro. And the way y'all like, make me feel comfortable, bro. And like y'all really become my brothers, over this past year or so, man. So when y'all said y'all had it again going up, I'm like, bro, I gotta get on there. I don't care how we gotta do it in person, virtual, whatever, bro. We gonna get up there and
Whatever we
chop it
gotta
up,
do
bro.
to get Mac back, man.
All right.
Whatever it is.
Yes,
Big
sir.
time.
What's been going on with you though, brother, man? I know you hit the 1 million subscribers. That's huge. That's
Yeah,
Big
that's
time.
huge.
crazy.
And
I
people don't understand how much you actually put into that, how much that really takes.
Yeah, bro. Yo, I saw a statistic. It says 0.028% of YouTubers have 1 million subscribers, bro. Which
Zero
is
Mm.
point zero 0.02. That's wild.
yeah, it's like not a lot of people, bro. So like when I saw that I had like 700,000 maybe. And I was like, bro, this
Hmm.
is kind of crazy, bro.
Yeah.
Um and then I was chilling, man. I was playing a game. I was playing RP with my best friend, bro, Exxon. We was just chilling and I had like probably 900 and like 80,000 or so, no 990,000 something like that. But
Mm.
it started to move fast, I guess. And it was like 2 a.m. or something. I guess people
Mm.
like was seeing it, started moving quick, and I'm just
It is
looking.
like, let's get them there.
Yeah, and I'm like, yo, I think I should go live and hit this live, bro. And he was like, shoot, if you want to do it, like I'll join in and watch. I'm like, damn, is anybody even gonna be in here though at like 3 a.m.? I was like, whatever, I'm gonna just do it. So I go live, had thousands of people in there, bro, and it just made it start going faster. So as it's going, I'm just talking for like an hour, just giving a little speech, just chopping it up. And then,
Hmm.
bro, like once it got close and I saw that joint, bro, like it was crazy. The reactions on my Instagram, bro, I was crying and
No,
everything,
I've
bro.
seen it. I actually seen it. I seen you broke down in tears. And I mean that's real live emotion because everybody doesn't know what goes into that. I mean, we don't know what goes into that, right? We know what goes
No,
into hard
no.
work and being on the field and business and maybe and things like that. But talk about that, man. Why was that so emotional for you hitting a million subscribers that a lot of people don't, get to do even in this lifetime? So
I think on the workload aspect of it is just like understanding the sacrifices I made, and I'm gonna get into that, and then also like the grit and determination that it really took, bro. Like I know whenever
Yeah.
I first started, I had a mentor, man, a big YouTuber. Shout out my dog Titty Barrett. He had like 700,000 subs at the time, and I remember I was uploading like once a week or so, and I remember hitting him up like, "Yo, bro, man, I'm grinding, bro, and I'm not growing, bro. Like this is annoying." And he laughed. He was like, "Bro, grinding. You upload once a week." He said, "Bro, I got way more subs than you, and I'm uploading two, three times a
that's
day."
different.
Yeah, I was like, "Damn, bro, you right." So, bro, like when Madden 20 came out, I just went in, bro. I uploaded like 80 days in a row, and then from
Mm,
that, and then from that period, those 3 months, I went from like 10K to like 60K. That was like the
mm.
first time I saw like, damn, if you just sit there and just grind, like figure out your niche, and not everybody could just upload every day. Not everybody, everybody got their own way to go about
They
it.
can't.
But
Yeah.
Hard. It's
yeah, but
hard,
like
bro.
I knew for me, it's like, okay, I'm gonna just pump. Like, what do I got to lose, bro? I'm gonna just go all in and see what happens and just be myself. And bro, it took off, but it was so much sacrifices. Like, especially in the beginning, I ain't have money yet and stuff like that. And I was staying with my mom, bro. I was living with I was sharing a room with my little sister. Sometimes the Wi-Fi will go out or something like that, and so I got to go to
Yeah.
Starbucks and edit to upload things like that. Just trying to keep the streak alive, bro. Like just uploading day in and day out, like nonstop, bro. Like, mind you, I said I'm sharing a room with my sister, so I gotta wait for her to go to school, so that way I got the room to myself, so I can be in there doing my thing. I'm in there grinding,
Hmm.
just yelling, bro, just trying to just have that energy, bro. The cops then got called to my house sometimes, bro, for like the
Mm.
neighbors complaining, talking about some kid in here yelling, screaming on the game. just a lot of just little funny moments that's just like, damn, Eli, you was really just going. Like I didn't care about nothing, bro. Like I
I got a
wasn't focused on.
question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been actually on my content creator thing. Like I've actually been going a lot harder. Like I've been doing
You've
75
been going
hard.
really hard.
I've been
Really
trying to
hard.
post for 75 days straight, just try to figure out my niche, right? Makes sense. I want to be this business influence type of guy, but also I want to be a guy that talks about, sports, finance, real estate. But what I want to ask you is this. I seen a clip up of DDG talking on TikTok talking about he's giving gems on anybody can do this, right? It just takes some determination. But my question to you, and he said was anybody can go viral, anybody can make it in content creation, right? But it's almost like you can't be yourself in a way. And I'm thinking about that. A lot of people act a certain way on the camera, but don't be that way in person. So would you say that's somewhat of a secret sauce that you gotta have to end up and get those views, get those subscribers and things like that?
So I can speak from a couple experiences with that. I feel like, for example, I feel like a really prime example was I get on the Frisco Fighters last year, right? And obviously everybody embraced me and stuff, but people didn't really know who I was.
Mm,
People only knew what they kind of saw on my channels and things like that. And
mm,
after we did our podcast, which I was just super just myself, a lot of people was like, they came up to me like, "Damn, bro, I didn't know like you just like me for real, or like you
They
mad
came up to
relatable."
us
Da,
and
da.
they was like,
yeah.
dang, I didn't know Eli was like, he's like, I didn't even know he talked like that for
You know what I'm saying, bro? So it's
yeah.
like, you know what I mean? That's one example. Another example, like this big YouTuber, your boy Pizza, one of my homies, um, on his videos, he's like how I am, like just super kid friendly. Like we wild. When the first time I met him, I thought he didn't like me because he was just so quiet, bro. Like so reserved. I'm like, why is this guy not? Where's that energy that I be seeing on the camera? Now that's one of my best friends, and like when the camera's off, he's just mad calm. Like he just be chilling. But when the camera's
Hmm.
on, yeah, so yeah, DDG's pretty right in that aspect where it's like you got to know how to turn it on and turn it off. You obviously don't want to be fake and not be like yourself. You just want to be the version of the version of yourself that's entertaining. Because everybody
Mm,
has that. I feel like we all kind of got like an entertaining, like kind of goofy, funny side, relatable side
facts.
to us that make people want to watch us. Like a lot of people do.
Hmm.
I don't want to say everybody because I think it is kind of a talent, but I think that's the difference between a lot of people blowing up and not blowing up. And I think some people don't know how to turn it on and turn it off.
Yeah, because he was
You know what I'm
like,
saying?
you can't be acting too cool. Nobody want to follow somebody that's too cool. You know what I'm saying? That
Yeah,
seem like
yeah.
it's fake. You
Nah,
know
dude,
what I'm saying?
I've
So,
been dealing with this my whole career, bro. Like,
mm,
word. Like I've had a lot of situations where, I don't know. I just feel like people see, my social media. They don't really know me, so and then when they get to know me, it's always like, damn, bro, I really rock with you. So yeah, bro, it's like
Mhm.
that's how it's gonna be. Like, imagine I let that get to me, bro. Like, imagine my whole 5, 6 years I've been doing this. I'm like, damn, everybody from high school or people gonna think I'm weird if I'm out here playing the game,
that's something else.
playing the
That's
game
something.
against kid. Like, I
Yes.
just didn't care. I'm like, yo, whatever. 'Cause I know me. You know what I'm saying? I know what I am. But
But but I
yeah,
know it has to be hard though, Eli, because I deal with that right now too. I know we all do,
yeah.
right? How did you get away from, I mean, excuse my language, not giving a what people think? Because the people that don't give a in life, whether if it's entertainment, sports, if it's doing podcasting through music, them the ones you think about it are making it in his life and exceeding, right? In their bank
Yeah.
accounts and spiritually and everything else because they just feel free. So like I know it's not easy or it wasn't easy at one point, but before you crack to be that person that you are now, what took you over the edge to not care people think about you and to just say, you know what, I'm going all in.
Man, I think just being broke, bro, like just not like it's like, yo,
No
what do I
cap.
got? Like, yeah,
Like,
do
what
you
am
know?
I worrying about y'all for?
Yeah,
I'm
Yeah, I'm
broke.
already
you
asking
know,
my
I'm
you
broke.
go,
I'm
I'm
trying,
broke.
yeah,
like, yeah, I'm trying to figure it out. I'm like, bro, I'm not
yeah,
trying to do this construction no more. I'm not trying to work at Dollar General
yeah.
no more. I'm like, whatever, bro. Like, I just didn't care. And also, too, you got to remember, like, and I kind of touched on it a little bit, but in high school, I was already like known as the person who like did music. So I kind of always, since like 11th, 10th, 11th grade, had like a, oh, look at this guy, like type of thing going on. Like,
Yeah.
people don't like to see people like doing stuff. So like
Nah.
I was already in high school moving like, man, I'm gonna be lit one day. I know it, bro. Like
Yeah.
and like people would just be like, so I kind of got used to just, but those same people, LJ, I'm telling you, bro, be in my DMs today, bro. Talking about my kids watch you, all types. Like, I'm like, bro, like people that used to like front on me in high school, they kids is fans of me now, bro. It's like crazy,
Yeah.
Yeah.
like real talk. So it's
The
like,
tables turn, bro. Them tables will turn eventually.
you know what I'm
You just
saying?
keep
So it's,
going.
you just gotta just be you. Like you're a dope dude, bro. And I just feel like don't worry about what anybody got to say. Because another thing I learned too is nobody really cares. Like you think anybody's thinking about you right now, or anybody's thinking about me that isn't watching a video right now? Like people
Hmm.
watch a video and then they turn off, bro. They on to the next. Like you don't matter to them. So
Nope.
if you don't do what you're destined to do, what you was put here to do because of other people's opinions, you're literally just doing yourself a disservice because nobody even cares. They're gonna talk whether you do it or don't. So you might as well do it. You know what
Facts.
I mean?
And the
I love
crazy
that.
thing too that I deal with, right, is like I already don't care. Like I don't care what people think. I'll post anything. I don't care. But it was always for me like having that image of like I'm going to be in the NFL and I just want to make sure I'm putting out a certain image to these coaches, these GMs, these owners. So when they come to my page, this is what they see. And this is me. I'm not saying I'm faking or anything on my page, but I've always been very conscientious of like, okay, am I going to post this dancing video all the time or this comedy video of me messing around? I've obviously no cursing, no drugs, partying, none of that, because I don't really do that stuff anyway. But it's like just I've always had that in the back of my mind, like, dang, okay, I'm about to get to the NFL. So it's like I have to make sure this is straight. Because if a GM come here and it's between me and LJ, and LJ's page is clean, it's him working out, he's doing that, and I'm just on here doing TikTok videos and doing stuff or acting goof. I always had that in my mind. So that's why how I structure my life. But it's like I'm getting to the point where it's like, I don't even care about that anymore.
But
You know what
I've
I'm
but
been,
saying?
yeah, I can attest to that. I personally stopped caring about that because at the end of the day, if they want you, they're gonna come get you. I feel like, but then again,
Yeah,
we've been brought up playing sports that somebody's always watching. In high school, we want them
always.
offers, we want this. Somebody's always watching that Twitter page. You might get that like, that DM. I done had times when Eli, I'm sure we done all had times where we might just be chilling at home. We get a DM, hey bro, keep doing what you're doing. I'm loving what you're doing right now. Da da da. It could be positive or negative. Somebody's always watching, but I
Yeah.
love that. I get that for sure.
yeah, now that's a smart mentality to have though, Phase. That's the mentality you should have, and I think that's something that people should take away from this. Like you have to wear. I forget what they say. You got to wear the outfit for the job you want,
Yeah.
basically. So it's like even like same thing here, bro. I like it's so funny. I be talking about this sometimes. Like, bro, in high school, I wouldn't I wouldn't comment on people's things. I wouldn't do certain things because I always knew like, yo, one day I'm gonna have a lot of followers and people can go back and see it. Like, same thing. Like, just
Yeah.
I
Facts.
need to have an image. Like, I need to be like straight. You know what I'm saying? Um, and yeah, you could have your fun on the side and things like that. And the thing is, like, we're adults, bro. Going out having a drink here and there, going out to a little club here and there ain't bad. But that's what the close friends and all that's for, bro. Like they don't need to see
Exactly.
that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
People who are following you, Phase, especially before you were doing like the podcast, that were following you because they're probably motivated or want to see your story about football. People who follow me want to see my stuff about YouTube. People who follow you want to see your stuff about the finance. So like keeping our page about that or around that is just the smartest thing to do because if you're just putting extra stuff on there that don't fuel
The
what people are
watch
trying to
time,
see,
the
yeah,
viewership, and
it
all
just
that
don't make
stuff
sense.
is.
Now, would you say, and I'm dealing with that too right now because,
He got LJ got, if you don't know Eli, I'm put you on, he got different personalities. He got the profitable playmaker, he got
Yeah,
yeah.
Dallas finance guy, he got
yeah,
sports betting LJ. He got a lot of stuff going on.
yeah, yeah,
Now, would you say that that's bad, even though I got different pages for different things? So what I'm saying is, I don't want to cross paths or cross segregate, however you want to say it, to doing finance on one page and then also spread source spreading on the next page or the same page. I'd rather have different platforms and different people, so different niches. And so I'm one person, but me personally, bro, I want to be a serial entrepreneur. I want to do many different things. I don't just tie me down on one thing, but I do understand that doing too many things on one page can hurt you.
yeah, man. I see. For me, like I said, I only speak on experience. I know for me, the best thing that I did was just like find one thing and kind of hone in on it. You know what I'm
Mm,
saying? Put those 10,000 hours in on it. But it's not impossible, like, because all the things that you're doing are in the same realm. It's not like
yeah.
it's not
That's
like you're a
big.
gamer and then you're
Yeah.
like this and that and this. Like, it's all in the same realm, so it's possible to make it all work.
Hmm.
I'd say just keep going hard at all of them. Like, dedicate some time to each one every day, and then see which one's taking off a little bit more, or which one you're having fun with. Do something that you feel like you could do for a
And,
long
and
time.
and that's what I'm doing because like I told you before we got started, I'm waiting to hear somebody say something about the sports betting, but I'm just like I said, the stock market is basically sports betting. Day trading is doing that. Going to casinos, the same thing. But if you're using that capital for something big or you saving it, there's nothing wrong with it. You know what I'm saying? Like the goal ain't to work 10 hours a day from a 9 to 5, unless it's something you want to do.
Yeah.
It's too many guys out here that's in the social media space making courses, building funnels, making 50, 60 grand a month. Why not try to do the same thing? So right now I'm trying to find my niche, bro, if I'm being honest. And I'm happy we on this podcast, because I got some good questions for you. So
I
I got
bet.
some really good ones for you for sure.
So
Yeah,
now,
man.
Meg, my boy, what else been going on with you, man? You back with the Tulsa Oilers?
Yeah, man. This is super dope. I just been on a whole different kind of trajectory for myself. Like, man, I'm just trying to get in shape. Like, I'm working towards getting in shape, becoming just a better just man, eating better,
That's big.
slowing down on things that don't, serve me, bro. And just staying right with God, bro. That's really what I've been on lately. And then yeah, just doing like sponsorships and YouTube and just continuing to just grind. It's so weird, dog. Like that question always like feels weird when people ask me like, "So what you got going?" Because to me, everything feels like one long day, bro. Like when
It
you just
does.
got so much things going on, it's just like I was like, "Damn, yeah, I forgot. Last time I was here, I didn't even have a meal. Or I didn't do this yet, or do this yet." And you do so many things, you kind of just forget. It's just like I don't know. I just know I'm here
And
Yeah.
I
living.
think that's why it's so important, because like it's important to ask and kind of see where your head's at, because for everybody watching this too, it's like we all and we like LJ, like we may not have the niche yet or whatever, but we all kind of we know our purpose.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
when we, and a lot of people will be surprised, don't have a purpose, or they don't know what it is right now, or they just kind of live life. So how you just said, okay, life just kind of going. It's like I hit 1 million followers. I did this, sponsor this and that. Well, people are doing that, and they're watching this and Netflix shows. They watch the million hours of Netflix, or they just been out there nine
yeah.
to five, and it's like 5 years just went past, 2 years just went past.
Come
You know
on,
what I mean?
Yeah.
man.
And that's how a lot of
Come
people
on.
live their life. So I think it's very powerful to like have some sort of purpose in life, or
Yeah.
have something like with God that, you know what I'm saying, you're surrounding your life around, because now you're moving with some sort of sense of urgency, but also you're getting stuff done. You're putting some type of dent in the world as well. You know what I mean?
That
Said.
sense of urgency word is key, bro. People don't
Hmm.
have a sense of urgency, and I'm noticing that from everywhere. Like that urgency to get things done, that we're not gonna be on this planet forever, to chase that dream, to start that podcast, to do anything you want to do, just do it, bro. Stop waiting. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not gonna lie. One of my friends, one of my homies says this all the time, and it makes me so mad. Like I'll be having like a motivational conversation. Would you be talking about this? He was like, "Man, we're only 25, man. Like we got time. Like we'll figure it out." I'm like, "Bro, you don't know when your expiration date is.
Don't
It could be
know.
tomorrow, so you could be, you know what I mean? Like we don't know, and it's like the things that we want to do. Like for me, in instance, like okay, I want to take care of my mom. I want to make sure she's all good. Take care of my family. Put people in different situations. Like I don't know when that time is going to end for me, so I was like, I want to get it done now, and
And then
especially I
guess
don't know when
what?
it's going to end for them.
And guess what? Ain't nobody coming to save you. That's my
Nobody.
thing. My parents been such a big help to my life financially, whatever it's been. Now I don't depend on them, but it's like our parents ain't gonna live forever. You know what I'm saying? We're getting older.
Yeah.
Every time is going. So I need that urgency, because I gotta want to do things for them, like you just said, and take them on trips and build that life that I want to have, that my future kids gonna have, my future wife gonna have. And it's like, bro, I listen. When I clock strike off and that alarm go off at around 5 to 6:30 a.m. every morning, I'm up, bro. I'm not sitting on my phone. Not and sometimes I gotta like, and y'all can let me know. Like, I want to know y'all morning routine. But sometimes I'll be like, damn, am I tripping for just getting up and getting straight to it? Or do I need to relax a little bit? And usually when I get up straight, go straight to it, it ain't just straight going. No, it's get up, pray, meditate, read, say my daily affirmations, and I go from there. Then I start, doing other things. But I'm just curious, and this probably ain't got nothing to do with the podcast, but I just want to know. Eli, you can go first. Like, what's your daily routine, I guess, from getting up to maybe the afternoon? I don't even know the whole day, but just the morning portion, the first beginning portion.
Okay, yeah, man. So it's definitely it kind of depends on where I'm at in my life at the moment, like what kind of journey I'm on or whatever. Lately is like wake up, you know what I'm saying, get my vitamins, get my creatine, hit the gym, do my workouts, and then come home and then just see what's up. Like if I got some work to do, my stuff is really unstructured, bro. Like
Really?
Sometimes I go to sleep at 2 a.m. and wake up at 10. Sometimes I'll go to sleep at 10 and wake up at 6 a.m. I'm just all over the place, which is something I'm actually actively working on. I just hired an assistant like 4 or 5 days
I was
ago.
actually just about to ask you that. I was asking, did you have an assistant? Because
Yeah,
I
I,
may need one soon.
I got you, bro. I'll send her to you. She's super dope. She's on top of things. Like that's something I needed, bro. Because it's kind of weird because I kind of like it that way because I'm a free flowing like creative type of guy. So whenever
Mm,
I can just like do whatever I want, it makes it to where I'm able to lock in on things I want to lock in on, but then there's no structure to it. So then I kind of like everything else gets pushed away, if that makes sense. Like let's say right
mm,
now, like I'm focused on the gym and stuff. Like I just go hard at that all the time, but certain other things I'm probably not giving as much attention to it as I should. So I got her to just help me keep things in check and make sure I'm hitting these marks. I got, some
mm-hmm.
merch I'm working on that I need to actively stay on top of. I'm trying to
Some
do
merch.
a lot of things. Yeah, I'm trying to do a lot of things like
Need that.
yeah, it's gonna be
Yeah.
tough. It's gonna be tough, bro. Wait till you see
Yeah.
this one. So yeah,
Why have you waited so long to do that? I'm curious, 'cause that's a whole nother revenue stream that you could have been tapped into, but now you're doing it later, years later. Like, why? How come you just not getting to that?
if I'm being real, bro, I feel like it was just God, because like I like to wait till things are all finalized. I can tell y'all off camera, but like I don't want to say, but like even the name that I got for it, the reason why everything is like it's very like positive and
Hmm.
it was just like God sent, bro. It was like natural for me. It was like, damn,
Mm.
I want to do
Like
this, and
right timing type of thing. It was the right
yeah,
time.
and I want the clothes to like represent a certain message. Before, I never felt the need or urgency to want to do it. Like I kind of look at merch as like quick cash grabs when people just make merch and just like put their
Mm-hmm.
face
Drops.
on it or something. And I'm
Hmm.
like, I'm not really all for that. I like a brand. Like I don't even want to call it merch. You know what I'm saying? A brand, like a lifestyle,
Brand.
something you rock and like
Yeah.
when I rock this is with a purpose. Like, yeah, I know what I'm wearing instead of just because I could have just, you know what I'm saying? I did it like way back when I had like 20,000 subs. I threw like just my face on some shirts and stuff. I made some money, but it just didn't feel right. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Now it's like definitely time to actually build something like and make it dope. Like I'm talking about putting it like on football gloves and like everything, like just having it
Ooh,
everywhere.
on football gloves, it's hard.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's gonna be crazy, bro. I'm gonna
That's gonna
definitely
get a
get
I
it
lot
done
of
need,
right.
this
views.
is what I need, right? All right. I
Yeah.
need the Eli Mack, that one video, I need that on some
Yeah,
gloves. That's the unfazed, you know what I mean?
them thumbnails be
Personal,
going crazy,
unfazed,
You know
Eli
what I'm
man.
Mack
saying?
collab. We gonna talk about that, you know what I mean? I need
Yeah.
that.
Word, bro. Yeah, no, but so yeah, that's kind of me, like just trying to build a routine that allows me to hit everything that I'm trying to hit every
Mm.
day for at least a few minutes.
I have
Mhm.
another. I'm curious to know your answer too, Phase.
Mhm.
But before this CTE, and I
Go
was
ahead,
joking.
go ahead. You all
This,
over. Yeah, I
yeah,
know.
yeah,
Dallas finance guy, property playmaker.
yeah,
Each person gotta have a little. Okay,
yeah.
go ahead.
Yo, he
This the
said he
YouTuber in me.
YNW
This the
Melly. He said he
creative
got the
YouTuber in
mixed
me right here now.
Yeah,
You
personality,
gotta know.
bro.
exactly. Yeah.
So listen, bro, and this I need some gems, dog. I need some gems. I'm a natural creative person. Like I'm a visionary type of person when it comes to making TikToks and things like that. I just love thinking of things. But how do you find those creative juices when it comes to planning for a video? And then do you prep for your videos a day before? Like, do you sit down and actually, me personally, I'll come in here, turn all the LEDs on. I call this a thinking room when the cameras ain't on. I sit here and I just go crazy, just thinking stuff. Do
Yeah.
you do it the day before, or do you be like, all right, today we just gonna make a video of coach saying I'm banned from the locker room or something like that. Like, what do you do?
Yeah, so my whole career, right? So it's like it's a couple things to it. So like boom. So I play Madden, right? Mainly. So pretty much every video that I did in Madden 20, I can do again in Madden 21. Every video I did in Madden 21, I could do. That's like forever because it's people want to see it on a new game. So those ideas are kind of always there. Like, is it possible to score 1,000 points in Madden? Like every year I do that and it gets like a lot of views or they got like the franchise mode, like my career. That's always easy. Just run that up, do a bunch of episodes, and
Yeah.
there you got to be creative because you got to come up with like storylines and stuff there. But
Mm-hmm.
that's just
Hmm.
kind of always been a little easy to me. I think the thing is like emotions, bro. Like you just want to like evoke emotions, like positive emotions out of people and make them like invested into whatever it is that you're essentially selling to them, which is the content. And then lately, you start growing, you get to a point where it's good to like delegate and get some help. So I went and I hired somebody on my team, bro. And he's helping. He's like my creative, visionary. He helps me come up with ideas and things like that, and we collaborate. And that's where my a lot of videos on my channel lately been doing really good because we've been locked in, and it just feels good to have a second brain in the room with you. You know what I'm
So you,
saying?
you you don't use AI at all? You wasn't using AI before you hire somebody that
No, no, yeah, I wasn't using AI.
like ChatGPT to come up with ideas and stuff like that?
I'm a human guy, bro. Like, it's like hard for me to like. I'd rather like, yo, we in the room, let's go back and forth and bounce. You know what I'm saying? I
Mm,
kind of like that real connection. I use AI for some stuff, like, but like life stuff, like asking questions and stuff. I don't
mm,
use it for work at all. Yeah,
okay.
And I think the big thing that like a lot of people like need to realize too, like I think even for myself is that there needs to be like to get to 1 million subscribers or get to like where Eli Mack is, where LJ is, where Phase is, whatever it is in our respective things, there has to be a foundation set. Like you have to do the work. Like you don't just turn into, okay, yeah, let's go. I'm gonna hire a creative director. I'm gonna hire an assistant. I'm gonna get this here.
yeah,
I'm gonna get this. Like even when you started, I remember last time we talked. Like you're doing all of this.
yeah,
Like you're doing everything. Like the 10,000 hours, you have to put that in to
yeah.
get to a point where it's like I know how to this entire part of the business works. I know how the entire part of making a good video works, from the thumbnail to the script to the actual just letting it flow and having fun. Like you
Exactly. So
have to
so
do
that so
that.
so that way when you get help is an additive. Like
It's an
you
additive.
already you like I already got the idea. I already know what I want to do. But it's like
Mhm.
talking to my boy and be like, yo, so what you think about this? Yo, it'd be dope if you added this little twist to it. Because if you just start with just first off, it's expensive. So like, but if you just start just
Exactly.
with hiring someone to just help you with ideas and help you there, you won't know how to do it. Let's say they don't work for you no more or something, bro. Like you're cooked. Like you don't know. You don't know. You're not a YouTuber. You're essentially you got ghost written for, and you're just
Mm,
the face of it. Like you got to know how to write the songs too, bro. Like you got
You
to know
got
how to
to.
do everything. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, bro, that's
that's
real.
different.
And you got to be able to just, you have to start. I think a lot of people want to get there, but you have to start because, like LJ said, nobody's coming to save you. If you want to be a top YouTuber, okay, you just have to start posting videos and then kind of figure out your niche, but keep posting. It's all about like the consistency of it. Like with
Yeah,
anything, like even with the podcast, I was like, you know what, this don't look right on here. Let's just post it. And let's
yeah,
get to the next one. Now the next one look a little bit better. Now this one look a little bit better. Now everything kind of it like corrects itself. You know what I
yeah,
mean? And now let's see where we take it. You know what I
See,
yeah,
mean? So with
even nowadays,
anything,
I feel a fight with that too, though. You know what I'm saying? Because now
yeah.
there's so many dope cameras out, and not saying I can't go buy a camera, but I'm just stubborn and don't want to. I think I can just make some great content with the iPhone, which I can. But it's like nowadays I see like Elon might put a video out that's crystal clear, and I'm like, but now to compete with people, because at the end of the day, I understand we compete with people on different, platforms and Instagram and stuff like that. But like we have to, in a way, stand out. Like you have to stand out to grab people's attention. But it's like,
But I know, but I think it is good to compete. Like for instance, with this show, like I watch Nightcap, I watch New Heights, and
yeah.
I'm watching like, dang, why ours don't look like that or they look like that? It's good to
But they
compete,
putting a hell of
but don't
funding
let
into that
that
though.
don't let that stop you from
Yes,
starting.
exactly. Yeah.
Exactly.
yeah,
So that's a great point.
But it still
yeah,
fights against me sometimes. Like the main thing I'm saying is that it still kind of hits me like,
Yeah.
damn, I know I can do it. It's just
Yep.
I don't got the 50 grand to put into cameras and this and that. You know what I'm saying? Like that.
But
Yeah.
the thing is, though, bro, like comparison is the ultimate thief of joy. At the end of the
It
day,
Facts.
bro,
is.
if you just are dope, which you guys are, and you just having fun on here, bro, and you doing this and you just doing it, people are going to just like you guys. So then y'all grow, and then once you do upgrade, it's like, oh, cool, it just looks a little better, but it's still the same people, bro.
Mm.
I used the phone all the way up till 700,000 subs, bro. Like,
Mm.
yeah,
What?
I didn't buy a camera, bro, until I hit
Wow.
700K. My iPhone, bro, iPhone 10, bro. That's what I use. Like, no mic, nothing.
Whoa. iPhone 10 is crazy.
Real spill, bro.
They
Like,
make them so fast now. That's crazy.
yeah. So I was just using my iPhone, right? And it's like you go back and look at a video from a year and a half, 2 years ago, and it's just fuzzy and nasty looking. But it's like that's what people was used to. And then it's like we just love Eli. So once he does have a crispy camera, it's like cool. And matter of fact, bro, like fun fact, I'm sure you guys can like really think about this. Like there might be podcasts or things that you guys watch, and you probably watch them kind of from the start. And then whenever they upgrade and starts like getting brand new stuff and moving, like I don't know about y'all, but sometimes I get like, man, I don't even want to watch this no more. It's too perfect
Hmm.
now. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying?
Hmm.
You don't want to be too perfect off the rip. You know what I'm
It's
saying?
like on
Hmm.
Instagram too. It's like I seen this guy. He was basically talking about like content and stuff like that. It's like people are getting numb to like all the perfect content. So the
Hmm.
content that was on the phone, on like the Snapchat or just like the back camera, it didn't look as good. Like the natural stuff was blowing up more because everything just looks too perfect and too HD and stuff. So they just swipe past it.
Yeah, like even with YouTube, I feel like that's crazy you said. I feel like the tables are turning. I feel like now it's getting back to like old school YouTube where
Hmm.
people want to just watch DDG for 4 hours talk, bro.
Hmm.
Versus somebody try to be a Mr. Beast 2.0
Yeah.
and fit like 30 million things in the first 10 seconds of a video. Yo, today we're gonna be like people don't really want to see all that robot-y perfect content no more. People
Yeah.
like be yourself, be you, be authentic, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what do
Yeah.
you do about that? Like
I try
you
to
assessing the platform, how do you like adjust and do that? Or do you?
yeah. So it's like yeah, finding that blend for sure. It's like
Hmm.
especially with bringing on the high like getting my team right. Like the ideas they're giving me, like they're doing really well in views and stuff. But it's like making sure, like even though we're mapping these videos out a little bit more than I'm used to, because I used to just wing everything, making
Hmm.
sure that I'm still just being myself in it though, like saying my jokes, just remembering like, yo, I'm talking to I'm talking to my dogs. Like I don't like to say my
Hmm.
fans. I'm talking to my people, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm in the middle
Yeah.
of this video that is super like ideated and put together, but like at the end of the day, you're still watching Eli. Just making sure it's that
Yeah.
and not becoming a robot like a lot of these YouTubers. You know, like no disrespect, they doing their thing, but I just don't want
Yeah.
to be like that, like super by the book to the T, like scripts
Yeah.
and all that scripts. Like I'm not with all that. Just being me, but still making sure to like you got to be kind of fast paced. You got to keep the attention, know your audience. My audience is younger, so I
Hmm.
can't sit there for like DDG for 4 hours and just talk. They're
Yeah.
gonna get bored. I gotta have stuff happening. So it's just knowing, just being yourself and knowing what you got and moving with those cards. Like this football series, bro. Like
Hmm.
sometimes, bro, I don't even get in practice. Like nothing happens, but people watching the video because of what's happening, like the
Hmm.
storyline I'm building around it, the emotions that they're getting out of it from seeing my journey of being an underdog and stuff, bro. Like I'm just there talking with a mic and just doing my
Yeah.
thing, bro. You know what I'm saying? And it does well for me, which is pretty freaking cool for me, bro. Because I never thought I'd get to a point. I thought I'd always have to do gaming videos and and I was like, man, I want to do like in real
And now
life
he
stuff.
IRL. Now
Yeah,
he
I want to do
IRL.
other stuff, and now my IRL stuff do way better than all my gaming stuff, which is a blessing, bro.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
big time, bro. And what do you feel like as far as like people that you're watching? Is there anybody? I know we kind of talked about this last one, but I even seen like I know you went on a trip to Mexico or some things like that, different things you did. Like, is there anybody that you're taking, like getting knowledge from or learning from, or just not even just as far as like content, YouTube, but just like life, like any big things like you learn about how to move in the business?
Yeah, bro. There's a couple like cool people right now that I got around me, man. Like my neighbor, they're like an older couple, and
Hmm.
he's locked in, bro. He's super in shape and all about his business. He has like a business where he helps business owners like make more money and stuff.
Hmm.
He's like a good mentor for me.
Is that
Yeah,
is
when I
that down
went,
in Fort Lauderdale?
yeah, no, in Palm Beach Gardens.
Palm Beach? Okay.
Yeah, he's a good dude, man. And it is like, my personal trainer at my gym. We've become close. Just kind of just
Yeah.
being around people that's like on the same mission, has like the same mentality as me.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, bro. Even when I went to Mexico, like that joint was crazy, bro. I was with Mr. Beast, Phase Rug,
That's
Hmm.
crazy.
Jesser. I was with Kevin Hart, a bunch of people. Like this is a private joint, so like,
Yeah.
no cameras, none of that. Like, so
Hmm.
everyone was super comfortable. So we're all just talking. Like
Yeah.
I'm with Mr. Beast, and he's just like he's giving me advice on my thumbnails, just like talking to me. Like I'm like,
Are
like
you able to give us some advice on what he gave you?
So
Just a little something. Come
well
on, just
no
a
so
little something.
I have a book, bro. So I have a book that I brought there and I wrote down a bunch of stuff. I can't think of everything off the top of my head, but it's not only just from him. I got like a lot of stuff I wrote down from Kevin Hart, from y'all know Adam Grant.
No, I don't think so.
I see his face.
Yeah, he's a really dope guy. Him, a bunch of people.
Hmm.
So I think when we do another episode, I'll bring that and I'll just kind of I wrote down a lot of stuff, bro. I learned a
Hmm.
lot.
Yeah.
Like I even talked to like Mr. Beast's like his manager, and he
Hmm.
was like one cool piece of advice he said. He was like, you don't got to be the smartest in the room. You just got to get people to do what you want them to do. I was like,
Mm.
damn. And this guy's like Up there.
That's
It's like the
different.
little things they would say, bro.
That's
It's
some
like
like type of psychological type different stuff right there. That's
Yeah.
persuasion.
it was kind of just like what we've been talking about. Just do it. Like you don't gotta have the best camera. You don't gotta do this. You just gotta get people to like watching you, bro. And you do that by being yourself. Like there's so many ways you could like look at like that quote,
So
but there's just a
you
lot
could
of
take
things
it.
that I definitely got. I just got to get in that book and look. It's been a minute. I was like in January, so
I have a
And be,
question, and this
yeah,
is
go ahead.
from a content type of thing. Also, again, I'm just my bad for all these content questions. I'm just trying to. You one
nah,
of
I'm
the best
good,
out there,
bro.
so
This is good,
while
bro,
I have
because
the
other people
privilege,
probably got these same questions. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. But like
Yes.
you one of the best out there, so I got the chance to actually have you in my life and talk to you. I'd rather ask you than because I don't even know the other big YouTubers stuff like that. But how do you edit your video? When it comes to editing your videos, do you use CapCut? Do you use Adobe? Like what? Or you don't touch them at all? You have your editor do it, or like how does that work?
Oh shoot. Yeah. I don't edit, bro. My people use Premiere Pro. Um. I don't edit, bro. I haven't edited a video in like 4 years or something.
Mm.
but you
You know
did
what I'm saying?
have to back.
Yeah. So back
Yeah.
then I used iMovie, bro. Like I wouldn't
Oh yeah,
like
iMovie.
like
yeah.
Yeah.
Attached to the phone.
like for y'all, like you know what I'm saying. Y'all are definitely at a higher level than a lot of people who are just starting. So I say y'all want to use like more, Premiere, Final Cut, like things that have more variety. But if you're like just starting, like your iPhone and iMovie, bro, like will do you wonders. Like Smooth Geo hit 1 million subs off of his phone.
Mm.
He hit 1 million. He was doing them joints in school when he would walk around like interview people and stuff.
Hmm.
Bro,
Yeah.
all of his phone, bro. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
you don't need all this crazy stuff, bro. Like, and the
You
fact that, and
don't.
plus everybody got all this crazy stuff, so it's like you're not really standing out, really, if you go get all this crazy stuff. If you really think about it,
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
exactly.
you just
Exactly.
stand
It's
out
really
by
about the
like,
content.
yeah, it's about the content, bro. You can look good and all that, but like I just did something dope where I went to New York and I got this video dropping soon. One of my supporters, bro, he's been like watching me for years. I surprised him. I went to him and his mom's house and I bought him a whole YouTube setup.
Mm.
I got
That's
I,
dope.
yeah, I got him a PC monitor, like everything, mic, camera, everything to start up. And when I gave it to him, it's like, okay, you got this now, right? Because I think he could blow up on YouTube. His name is Ty, Extreme Ty Swag, Ty from NYC. Shout out to him. I'm
Hmm.
like, bro, I like you, bro. Like, you're funny as heck. You're in a lot of my videos, and people love you. I think you could do this YouTube thing. So I'm gonna do this for you, surprise and boom. And I kind of just stepped back to see what he did. And he's 16.
Hmm.
And slowly I'll go in his streams and I'll see, okay, because I can't sit there and teach you everything. Because at first he would ask me questions like, yo, how do I do this? I'm like, yo, look, bro, I'm not gonna always be available. And like when I was starting, I had to just use YouTube and figure it out. Like you guys
Yeah.
might know about this. There might be a time where you want to do one little thing and you'll be on YouTube for like 4 hours trying to figure it out. And then you
Bro.
frustrated. But when you
Yeah.
finally get it, it feels good. Like those
Yeah.
moments of like those baby steps of like upgrading and getting better are so important to the growth and development of, I feel like, a content creator. Cause like now he's figuring it out. He's like, yo, can your editors edit for me? I'm like, nah, bro, you gotta edit yourself.
You gotta edit.
He edited
Yeah.
his first video, he put it out. I'm like, okay, cool. You just gotta keep going. He wants to do thumbnails. You gotta learn how to, you gotta do it all yourself first, learn how to do it, and this will show me how much you really want to do this.
Mm.
So, for me, and I told him, I'm like, and I'll start collabing with you and stuff when I see you upload like 30 to 50 videos. When I see that you're really doing it, then I'm gonna step in and like give a boost. But I'm not just gonna be
You
better
were, you already
collab.
did your part. You did more than your part. You just want to see him take initiative to do what
Exactly.
he
And
said he
that's
wants
what
to
he's
do, and that's
doing.
in everything. I got mentors like that. You just gave me game, bro, on life and business, bro. But just talking about that, like I got a mentor. His name is Junior. He lives in Highland Park. Beautiful family, beautiful house. Got the Rolls Royce, the Cullen, all types of things. And he's teaching me. Like he's giving me stuff that people gotta pay probably a penny for, a pretty penny for.
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn, Mr. Junior, like you know when I get in real estate, like he giving me a little bit of things, and I'm like, come on, give me a little bit more. Like, take me, let me ride around with you, things like that. And I don't want anybody to just give me nothing, but I'm like, you see, I'm hungry. I feel like everybody sees that, and I'm like, I'm asking questions. You see, I'm on the right track, but you giving me stuff without giving me stuff. And you
Yeah.
just help me understand that he just want to see me. What's that saying, bro? You can't. I can take you to the water, but I can't have you teach how
You
to
could
fish or
take a
whatever.
horse to water, but you can't teach him how to swim.
That's exactly what you're
But
doing to him, and I feel like Mr. Junior.
That
why
nigga.
LJ just went along with it? He said, "Yeah, yeah." I
Whatever.
ain't never
It's
seen a
whatever it
horse
is.
A
swim.
swimming horse is
A
crazy,
swimming
bro. I ain't
horse is
gonna lie.
wild.
But listen, that's what I feel like you're doing, though.
He said that bit with a straight
A
face,
horse
bro.
would be
Nah,
that
no
bitch
cap.
drowning.
He
Do
said
you even
that
know
bit
what
with
it
a
Oh
is?
straight
God.
face.
Do you even know the real saying?
No, I
Yeah,
know.
that
It's like you
it's
can't. You could bring a horse to the water, but you can't make him drink or
I ain't
something.
never
yeah.
heard of
Nah,
horses.
but the one he's talking about is
You can lead a man to the.
you could give a man if you give a man a fish,
He'll
he'll
eat
eat
for a
once.
day.
But if you teach him how to fish, he'll
Yeah,
eat
He'll eat for a
forever.
what
lifetime.
kind of horse for, gang? Like,
No, there's a
look at
horse
my
one
whole
too.
moment.
There's
You
a
look at
horse
my whole moment,
variation.
bro.
Yeah,
We're
yo,
animals. We all animals. You know what I mean? We just, you know what I mean? We get
the
it
a
there.
horse swimming on some Michael
Anyway,
Phelps is
yeah, bro.
crazy.
I
I
A
ain't gonna
feel
horse.
lie.
that's good though.
I love to see that.
It
I
word.
love to see that.
You
But
never seen a
yo,
horse swim?
I've
nah, I
never seen
don't
a
think
horse
that's
Go on
swim.
real.
Twitter, look it up. It's
They
everywhere.
can't swim, can they?
Like,
You've seen a horse swim?
yeah, bro.
You ain't never seen a horse swim, AJ.
Bro, what?
Literally crossing a
You ain't never.
river, trying to get to the next side, like back in the 1800s. You ain't seen a horse
No,
swim?
bro. You ain't never
But
seen a
yo, but
horse swim,
check me out.
bro.
I got a dope story about that. So like I said, I know I bring him up a lot, but he's detrimental to
Yeah.
my he's a big part of my story. He helped me like get here. But TD Barrett, right? Like in the beginning,
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
um, I'm just starting and things like that. Like I said, I'm still poor. Like I'm still broke. Like sleeping in the living room on my mom's floor, like trying to figure it out. But now I got this friend who's helping me with like giving me game and stuff. So it was a point where like I was he was paying me for a podcast. But he was paying me like I think he paid me like per week or something like that. But I was asking him
Hmm.
like to pay me way earlier, and if I can get some extra because I was trying to like get groceries and things like that for the fam. And he was just like, "Look, bro, I can't just give you money, bro. Like I can't just give you stuff because if I give this to you, you're gonna come back and ask for more." And I remember at the time I was like, "Nah, bro, it's not even like that." He's like, then he said that quote right, and I was like, "All right, cool." A year or so goes by, I hit 100K subs and stuff like that. I posted on my Instagram, and he dropped a comment, and he was like, he said something like, "You learned how to fish" or something like that, and I thought that was so dope. I was like, "Damn!"
Mm.
I remember that like I was trying to get bread and stuff like that, and maybe he's right, bro. Like you ask somebody for money to give it to you, you're probably gonna keep going back because you're not learning. So he kind of it's like he put me on in the middle of the water, but he's still watching. Like he's seeing like okay, like
Mm-hmm. From
if
a
you
distance.
drown, I'm gonna help you, but let me see what you do. And I
Yeah.
just kept
Yeah.
swimming, bro. And it got to a point where like yeah, I didn't need to ask nobody for money no more. A year later, you know what I mean?
Now that's
Crazy,
I think that's big though because a lot like he's prepping you to he's basically saving you from a dangerous game. Because if you think people are gonna give you things and that's just gonna happen, that's not gonna happen, especially if
Complacency.
you're
He's
trying to
saving
be
you from
successful.
complacency. He's saving
Successful.
you from
Because now
complacency.
what if you get to okay, you start getting it rolling, but then you hit that plateau. Then it's like,
yeah,
okay, I want somebody to get, and then you never make it past that. You know what I mean? So that I think that's big how we talking about that, setting the foundation. There's a and I think like for everybody, I feel like if you want to be successful in something, or you just want to do something, you have a passion. There's a time. There's like I don't want to say dark period, like some people say it's a dark period, but it's like a time you have to be alone with that thing. You know what I
yeah.
mean? And it's just you and that thing putting them hours in and really to come out of it on the other side, man.
Bro, people ask me all the time, like, how, like, family, friends, like, how do you? And I'm like, bro, I feel like I'm like a junkie for this, like a crackhead for it, bro. It's like I gotta just
Mm,
keep going, especially in the beginning. Dog, I
hmm.
ain't talked to no girls, bro, until I got my first car and moved out my mom's house. Once, like, until I did that, I wasn't even on no dating apps. I wasn't doing nothing. I was just doing
Yeah.
YouTube videos. Then I got my car, got my own crib, and I'm like, okay, hold on now, shit,
Yeah,
you
hold
know,
on
like,
now. He's like,
but
yeah.
but it's like that's another thing. A lot of people wasting their energy on females, bro,
Yeah.
or chasing on you know. I don't smoke weed, bro. I don't do drugs. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
I didn't even start really drinking until I was like 22, 23.
Mm,
So, and I started YouTube when I was 20. So for my first few years of YouTube, my mind was clear. I wasn't on nothing. I wasn't focused on no girls, nothing. Like all I cared about every waking day was YouTube, bro. Like
I
that's
got a
yeah.
all I
question.
cared about. You gotta obsess over whatever it is that you want to do. You guys know, like Phase,
You
you
Mm-hmm.
have
know,
to.
like you
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 have to.
you locked in with football. That's why you're moving up and getting these opportunities.
Hmm.
You're not just going and training once a week, bro, and not just you're
Nah.
not just eating bad. You're not just drinking soda, going out late. You know, you're locked in. Like
Got
that's
to
why
be.
you are where you are, bro. Like same with
Yeah.
me and same with you, LJ. Like we got to make sure we preaching that, bro, to people because I feel like people. I think they see it as cliche whenever successful people say you got to just stay consistent and go hard at it. It sounds
Hmm.
cliche. I thought it was too. I used to hate that, bro. When I watch interviews and rappers or
Yeah.
whatever, be like, yeah, bro, you know, just hard work, you know, talent,
Yeah.
God. I'll be like, no, bro, what's the secret? It got to
I'm
be
like, no, tell me. Just tell me what you
yeah,
did. Like, come on. Okay. Like,
yeah.
just tell me.
But that is the secret.
That
Stay
is.
lock in. because there is
Yeah.
no secret to YouTube. Like I don't have no secret, bro. I just kept going. Yeah, there's God, there's a little bit of luck in there, all that, but at the end of the day, if I didn't put that work in, I'd have been cooked. I
And I
wouldn't have
Do
think
been.
the
you?
main thing is, my bad, El, the main thing is like I can't like if somebody's coming to me for football help or like whatever it is, I can't even help you until you are actually have some sort of understanding or you want to do this or you know what it is. Like LJ, like you're talking about Mr. Junior telling you on real estate, like there's a lot of things that he know that you don't know. But if he said it to you, you wouldn't understand it. But it's like once you get in the grind and now you're into it, now you're doing. Now he says something. Oh yeah, I get that. I remember that. I was doing my own research. Then it kind of comes together. But if it's like a relation, a beautiful relationship. Both got to work. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It can't just be one sided because like you're never gonna get nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yes, sir. Yo, and I got something I wanted to bring up too. Is on the topic of football. So that neighbor I was telling you about, he's
Hmm.
really like excited for me, like with the whole football thing and just becoming a better
Yeah.
version of myself, getting in shape, getting stronger, getting faster, and everything. So I saw him at the gym the day before I left, like a few days ago, and he was like, "Yo, how's everything going?" I was like, "Yo, I'm about to go to Tulsa now." I told him about you, how you moved up and stuff, and how everything's
Hmm.
going smooth with the
Hmm.
team. And he was like,
Yeah.
"Okay, so who do you think like the best receiver on the team is?" And I was like, I think it's Phaz and Cole. And I think and then Phaz just got moved up, so he's doing his thing. And he was like, okay, so this is what you got to do. Ask Phaz for all of his like, because obviously it's me versus me, right? So as
Hundred
long as I'm
percent.
getting better than myself, I'm getting stronger and stuff. That's where it's at. Like that's what I need. But he said something dope, which I was gonna hit you up off camera, but I was like, I'll just do it now.
Yeah.
If Phaz sends me his 40 time, his bench, like all your PRs, all of your stuff, and I have that as kind of like, all right, I need to get better than Eli, but this is something that I want to get to. Is like
Hmm.
being able to hit the same numbers or getting as close to the same numbers as possible as who the person I look up the most to at my
Hmm.
position as a receiver on the team. I think that's dope, and I was like, that's a really good idea, bro. So if you
That
wouldn't mind,
is.
bro, I think that'd be cool. And it's like
I
I'm
could
just
definitely do
working on,
that.
yeah, I'm working on my numbers. I'm getting stronger for myself, and at the same time, I'm like, damn, this is where Phase is at too. Like, let me try to get up there. You know what I'm saying? I think that'd be
Hundred
dope,
percent.
bro,
Hundred
for
percent. And
sure.
I think with that too is like the 40, the bench and stuff, like be that's just like the structure. Like that's like the base. Like, okay, if you're a good football player, you want to dominate football, and you should be able to do these things. Like
Yeah,
run a decent 40, bench press this many times, be able to do that and all that. Like that's like the base. Like LJ, me and LJ talk about it. It's like the when scouts come and look at you, it's a look test. They want to
yeah.
kind of just see the basics, how you look, kind of how you walk around and stuff like that. But then after that, right, it's the actual on the field
The
stuff.
skill, yeah,
And
facts.
and that's the part where it's like a lot of people focus on this, and that because that stuff is important, but it's like watching and repetition and not doing something. And if I drop a ball, okay, I gotta go back and redo it, but I gotta get it twice now. It's like
Yeah,
that type of stuff. So I think because a lot of people especially even at like the IFL level, people get done with learning. Like when you become a professional, a lot of people stop learning. It's like, okay, I just gotta no, bro. There's so much to learn and improve on. Like it's never perfect. So like even like with YouTube, for me, it's just like relentlessly perfecting my craft
yeah.
because you'll
That's that.
never know.
Yeah, that's real, bro. I feel like when you said that, it reminded me of Luca, right? Like Luca,
Hmm.
if you look at him, or even like Jokic, like they're not all cut up and super brolic and all in shape. They're
Yeah,
probably not the fastest, probably not the strongest, but they're so damn good at the skill of basketball that's what makes them really, really good. You know what I'm saying?
exactly.
So I
And
feel
then a
like
lot of people don't get that, bro, because like especially in the indoor is a little bit different game than outdoor. It's a lot quicker, stuff comes a little bit faster, but at the same time, it's like working on those same breaks, that out cut, that in cut, that snap down. Like if you perfect that, a lot of people don't even work on that. They get to, okay, I got that. Now let me work on
Yeah.
this. And then they get in the game and they stumbling on a curl. Or they make an out route. Now they high and now the DB comes in, breaks it off. You know what I mean? So small things like that, it's like you can never be too good at that
yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, and I think definitely like that'll be dope, man. Just because for me, it's deeper than just the football. It's like for me, this is a dope challenge for myself of just
Yeah.
getting in shape, like getting not being winded so quickly, like being faster, being stronger, like looking better,
Hmm.
feeling healthier, all that. Like if you train like an athlete, like and you got you boom, you gonna be straight, bro. That's what I feel like.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like
Nah, 100%.
athletes go dumb, bro, in that gym. Like I don't want to be one of those dudes who just go to the gym. You see them dudes that just be big as hell in the
I see
gym,
him
and
Yeah.
every day at AR,
they
every day, bro.
they slow, they can't keep up. Like nah, I wanna like kind of have a good mix of it all, and I feel like,
I see a
there's
lot of
somebody that I
like
can watch it.
all chest no leg looking mother suckers around.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? They just
but
trying to, had a that's how LJ look a little bit sometimes. I be trying to, you know what I mean?
Most definitely.
You don't be I don't see
Most
you
definitely
squatting
not.
there. I see you in there
Most
in that
definitely
one
not.
machine at the getting them
Come
videos. I don't see
on.
enough
Yeah.
squats. I need some squats in there
Man,
though.
you
yeah,
need this, boy.
yeah.
You feel
Oh
me?
my
Come on,
God.
dog. Come on,
Oh
Hey
my
man.
LJ,
God.
bro, I wanted to see you. I know you didn't want to play this year, but it was really fun watching you get all those damn interceptions, bro. I ain't gonna lie,
Appreciate that, bro. That was a blessing. I don't know where it came from. I can't tell you
I don't know
bro.
where
I
it
just
to
think
this
I think
day.
the story's so dope, bro. Because like before you was an underdog, and then the next year you just went off, bro. That's
Went
real.
off,
Like
bro.
switch position, all that. That's dope.
Yes, sir. Appreciate that. I do got one question for you though. Out of all the people that you met some dope people. Reggie Bush, I think you've met. You hung out with Tyreek Hill multiple times. You just said you met Mr. Beast. I don't know if you met Kai or Phantom or none of them guys. But who's the top person that you was like, damn, like I'm actually meeting this person right now? Like who has been a person for you in this whole journey of your life?
Ooh, like as far as like kind of starstruck type vibe.
Starstruck. Yep. Starstruck.
Honestly, it might sound funny, bro, but Eli Manning, bro. 'Cause I'm a Giants fan.
I feel like
I'm a diehard
I
Giants.
swear it's
Like
gonna be somebody from the Giants. I knew
yeah,
it.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? I was just like, damn, this is Eli Manning. But like, also too, another thing that happens to me is pretty weird. Like in the moment, whenever I'm with these guys and I'm talking to them, it feels so natural and normal, and I kind of get myself in a headspace where it's like I'm just talking to another human. It's not until like I walk away or like an hour or
Yeah.
so later, I'm like, what the like,
It's Eli Manning.
like I did a show with Reggie, bro. Right? We did a show and man, bro, like he pulled me to the side and he talked to me for like 10 minutes, bro. Like, yo, you're really dope at this, bro. Like, you should look into a future in this. And like, as far as like this broadcasting and sportscasting stuff, he's like, yo,
Yeah.
keep going, bro. Like, you're talented, you're a natural. Like, giving me really good advice, and I thought that was freaking crazy. And then like a few months later at the Super Bowl, I'm walking and I see him, and he was like, yo, Eli, what's up? I'm like, oh. What's up, bro? Like that'd be kind of crazy. Like when I was in the
He's like,
Super Bowl week,
me?
yeah,
Oh,
I'm at the Super Bowl week and I'm just chilling, I'm eating, and then I feel somebody, when somebody come out and they put their hands on your shoulder, like, "Oh, what's good?" I turn
yeah.
around, it's Puka Nakua. He's like, "What's good, Eli?" I'm like, "What's up, bro?" But like Micah Parsons, like these dudes, like they just, I'm
Yeah.
like in these circles now. Like it do blow my mind. Like sometimes when I just really think about it, but in those moments, I feel like I don't know, like I'm supposed to be there. So it's kind of just like,
And you are, yeah.
That's great. Deeper. You just got me on something else. Who's the most famous person in your phone?
oh shoot, bro, damn, gang, and that phone number, we got a lot of people in here, bro. Like.
Who's the most famous person in Eli Mack's phone? Go.
I got like we got Tyreek, we got RG3, we got um, Michael Vick, we got
You got
Open
Odell?
Micah.
Odell at all?
Nah, I never met him. I never
Mm.
met him. Damn, I got a lot of people, big YouTubers, Phase Rug, Ryan Trahan, um, a lot of people, bro, in here destroying. It just stacks up over the years,
Mm.
bro. I just meet people, we lock in, and when I link with people, bro, like it be so natural, bro. Like it don't even really be on YouTube stuff for the most part. Like when me and D Link, we went to the studio, made music together, bro. We didn't even talk about YouTube. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's kind of the time that I be on, bro. I'd really just be chilling with people because at the end of the day, everyone's humans, and like not everybody wants to talk about and hear about what they do for work all the time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's key. That's the key in business for sure.
You got
Also,
to know how to separate that, bro.
you
All
got
right,
to.
with your mentor, I don't know y'all's relationship or whatever, but and maybe you have. So I'm not saying you haven't, but why not try an approach where you like, hey, bro, let's go golf and don't even talk about no real estate, nothing. Don't ask him questions. Don't pick his brain. I don't know, just you know, cause
I have not done that yet, and I think the reason why I haven't, because I got this perception in my mind that he's so busy.
okay, that's true.
But
But
that's an excuse though. That's an
yeah,
excuse.
you can still ask though. You know what I'm
You
saying?
still ask.
You can
That's an
still
excuse.
ask and see what
You're right.
happens, bro. And maybe he's busy, or maybe do it in person. Like, yo, we should do this one of these times and see what he says, see if he's open to it. And if he is, like, set that up.
Yeah,
'Cause, a lot of stuff is about relationship building too.
that's key.
If people feel like every time they're around you, they have to give something.
Mm.
It's like it can
Mhm.
become draining. It's like, all right, like I don't know, you know how it is. You got a family member that always call you, know they about to talk to you for 2 minutes, ask you how you doing, ask you for money. Like it's
Yeah.
shit like that,
Oh
bro. It's like, oh, I don't really want to pick.
no, I don't want to answer your phone number. I don't care
And
who it
I'm
is.
not saying your mentor feels like this about you because he's your mentor, so obviously he
Yeah.
enjoys being your mentor.
Yeah, he enjoys
But
it. Yeah,
definitely like find that separation on, and also because you can get to know them as a person, like outside of the
hmm
business thing, see like kind
hmm
of how they are. Like me and
yeah.
Tyrese, bro, like we became close. Like we be, you know what I'm saying? We be, yeah, that's my boy. Like we don't talk about football, YouTube, nothing. Sometimes we just have a good time, bro. You
I
know what
think
I'm saying?
Yeah.
Tyreek is one of the best when it comes to people cross-platforming, if that can make sense. Like you got like DDG and you got all these rappers going on to streamers, streamcast, whatever it may be. I feel
Yeah,
like Tyreek is he's a football player, but he's really probably a kid at heart, and he loves like he's just as good as a YouTuber as any of these top YouTubers, just because he got that personality and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I feel like.
yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. That's why I feel like it'd be fun when we link up because, bro, we just be joking each other, just talking, just playing the game, whatever it is,
Yeah.
just cooling, bro. Like it's not what people think. Like everyone's humans, bro. You know, I know
Yeah.
a lot of people look up to people, and it's good to do that for motivation to like get to your next step. But like you gotta when you pull up on people, that you treat them like a human, they'll respect you a lot more, bro.
hmm
Versus like yo, like I could have been like yo, Tyreek, like bro. You know, or any of these guys I met. Yo, bro, Mr.
How
Beast,
do I
can I?
run fast like you,
Yeah,
Tyreek? How can I?
yo, Mr. Beast, like, yo, teach me, like,
How do I
nah,
get
bro.
to all the? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we just gonna chop it up and see what happens, you know. And it's because sometimes it'll go into something, and sometimes it won't. You know, I done had deep conversations with famous people, bro.
Hmm.
Deep conversations like about life, all types of stuff. Like, so obviously that go to the grave, but it's like that is doper to me than like asking for advice and they give me some because it's gonna be cookie cut. Like you might get some game, but for the most part, the advice they're gonna give you is the advice you already know, which is you gotta
Work
just do it,
hard.
work
Do
hard
this.
and do it.
Yeah.
So
And I
what's the
feel
point of
like,
just
yeah, and I feel like for a lot of people too, it's like, even coming from like my perspective, it's like I'm very open to telling anybody about anything. Like if we're talking and it just like naturally comes up, or just like we're having a conversation like that, but it's like I enjoy talking about what it is that I do. I enjoy talking football, skills, anything like that, you know what I mean? But you also do want to have that time where it's like, hey, let's just relax. We ain't gotta force it, you know what I mean? Let's kick it, let's talk, you know what I mean? Oh, yeah, you've been working on this. Hey, Eli, you've been working out. Hey, try this and that. You know what I mean?
yeah, exactly, bro. That's
I'm
it.
not gonna lie. This has been a pretty good episode, man. Probably other than the one we did last year, at that account, our last space we were doing that. There's been a lot of gems in this episode, man.
A
A lot
lot of
of gems.
gems.
I hope so, bro.
I hope y'all was
I
listening.
just be talking, bro. I really
Yeah.
do hope that some of this like translates with someone and like something I said clicks something to somebody because honestly, I just be talking, bro. Just saying whatever I think is, you
Like
No,
know.
that's
that's
how it's
for
supposed to be.
sure.
You being real to you, brother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You being real to you, and I appreciate that, bro. And I seen this on here, bro. Yeah, John. I just want to see. I guess LJ was right.
Hell no,
I
man.
No,
guess
man.
horses.
Horses swim, dog. Come on,
I
man.
didn't know horses be swimming for real,
Nah, that's
bro.
crazy, bro.
Horses do be swimming, bro. This is
Yes,
crazy.
bro. Look at him.
Yeah, bro, that's what. Yo, what the hell? But is he
Look like
pulling it
you.
though? Is the
Look like
person
you,
pulling
Phaz.
it?
It look like you, boy.
Like you.
I don't get it.
That's a pretty horse too. That's white. Ooh.
That's
I guess
crazy.
I guess they be
Hey,
doing
they
the.
gotta, they might hurt. They said they gotta rehab just like you do. You know, you might hurt your ankle or
Nah,
whatever.
I'm good.
They
I
gotta
don't
go
gotta
get in some
rehab
water.
nothing. I don't gotta rehab nothing. Eli, bro, it's always good talking to you, man, bro. You know we're gonna have you on millions and more times later, bro. You know, but the first guest on the virtual side of the podcast, you know, we had to have you on here, bro, because we appreciate you. We appreciate
Thank you,
everything
bro.
you do.
Keep working,
You
dog.
always, you know what I'm saying,
Conspiring.
genuine. You always giving inspiration. And I know our viewers, the people we love, they love hearing you. You know what I'm saying? They love hearing what you up to, what you got going on. And I know we're gonna do a bunch of collabs, but I know I'm gonna try to get back to Tulsa just so we could kick it soon too, man. But
Yeah.
you know, it's always love coming from over here.
Nah, 1,000%, man. I appreciate it, bro. And anybody who's watching this, man, definitely, just stay tapped in. And I feel like y'all should grow with FaZe and LJ, bro, as they're building this platform. Because all they're trying to do, like I said, they're really good people when the camera's off, and all they talk about doing is trying to help people. like think about what both of y'all do. LJ, your whole thing, you're servicing people. You're trying to help people.
Yeah, exactly.
Phase, you as well. You know what I'm saying? So it's not a lot of people in the world who want to do that. A lot of people just want to help themselves and take. Y'all are giving, and once the numbers start going up, but the more eyes y'all get on you, it's just gonna be a snowball effect because it's like y'all funny, y'all cool, and y'all actually talking about something. You know what I mean, so
Yeah, and
Right.
respect.
this only episode 25, man. We got
Yeah,
the real
Crazy.
the
That's
real
it.
Eli Mack. That's it.
yeah,
Eli,
yeah.
Damn.
Eli, Eli can't come back on until we get to like 100, man. We gotta have some proof of. We gotta show them that we're really doing this
We
for
need a
real.
1,000 subscribers. Next time we get 1,000, we may have Eli Mack back on, man. We need
Yeah,
a
we
thousand
not.
Okay.
Yeah,
subscribers,
we not
bro.
having Eli Mack on until we hit a band.
Come
Hey,
on,
come
And
man.
on
then
now,
Eli
talk
Mack
to
gonna come
him.
on with the 1,000 subscriber episode. I'm telling you right now. So that
Say
means we
less.
gotta grind. We gotta work. We love y'all. We love the unfazed, profitable playmakers. Man, we out of here, man.
I'm unfazed, I'm unfazed, yeah, I'm unfazed. I'm unfazed, yeah, I'm unfazed. I'm unfazed, yeah, finna stack this paper, I'm unfazed.
Hey, thank you guys for coming to the Unfazed Pod. I hope you guys enjoyed that episode. If you liked that episode, you're definitely going to enjoy our episode with Eli Mack, where we dive deep into everything that he does on YouTube. We talked about how much money he makes, everybody that he works with, and we talked about his life story. And we figured out who the real Eli Mack was. Click here.